Hello, and welcome to Handled Ish Productivity for the Imperfect, a weekly podcast for those who want to elevate their productivity but are not looking for perfection. I'm your host, Betsy Hayes, and I'm really happy you're here with me in podcast land or on YouTube. This is episode 57. Go with your energy. And I really enjoy this topic. This is something I think about a lot, and I'm actually doing it right now in action. So, what I mean by going with your energy is sometimes we may have, many things to do, and we are maybe experiencing a time of low energy. And so we're thinking, oh my gosh, this is a lot going on. There's a lot I had planned to do today, but I'm just not feeling it. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're, physically tired, emotionally tired. Maybe there's something going on that's sort of nagging at you. Maybe there's an unsolved problem in your life. Maybe you just need a nap, right? This can be, low key, high key, whatever. But you just are like, oh my gosh, I don't have a lot of energy. And so you need to figure out what to do. And sometimes the temptation is to be like, you know what, I'm just not going to do anything because I don't have the energy. This is too much. I'm just not. And then so you do something else other than what you had planned on doing that particular day or evening or afternoon. And then the next day, you're thinking to yourself, holy cow, why didn't I just do something on this list? Because now you have to make up for that time, right? Which you had allotted to do certain things. And as I mentioned, I'm doing this in real time because I was experiencing that yesterday. I had, scheduled a big chunk of time. I had, it was the end of a 3-day weekend. And I had had a wonderful weekend, a big, bunch of fun. And I had planned that. And then I had planned on yesterday doing a lot of work and getting organized and, kind of getting ahead of things. And that was what I had intended. I had intended to play until about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon and then do a bunch of stuff. And when it got to 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I was really, really low energy. I was tired from all my fun. So, again, probably a little bit my fault. But I was, really having that conundrum. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. Don't really want to do any of this. I just want to like blah, blah, blah. And, so I had a decision to make. And so I thought, okay, super low energy. I'm feeling like doing none of this. What's the plan? So I had a little bit left in a really good book that I'm reading for book club. And so I thought, all right, you know what? I'm just going to finish my book and figure it out. So I finished my book. And then, of course, I felt happy because I had done something fun. And then I had to, again, consider whether I was just going to continue to ignore my plan or, tackle some of it. And one of the things that I had planned on doing was recording my podcast. And that would mean, taking a shower, doing my hair, doing my makeup, getting all ready. And I just wasn't feeling it. And so I thought, you know what? What if I do the low energy tasks, meaning things that I can do from my couch on my computer that had to do with, sending emails to my students about what's going on for the week, putting together some emails, putting together a couple of, assignments, lesson planning type stuff, a little bit of loose thoughts regarding a couple of meetings I have coming up this week, like literally low energy things that I could do from my couch. And that's what I did. So it wasn't a terribly productive afternoon. I did get quite a bit done, despite the fact that I was super low energy. And I really believe it's because I gave myself permission to adjust my plan and recognize that, you know what, whatever I'm going to do today is going to have to get done from this couch. And so let's figure out what the heck I can do from the couch. And I decided to get up early and record the podcast. And so that's what I'm doing. And everything is fine, right? I figured out how to make it work. So my thought for you this week is to, think about those times when you have been, oh my gosh, this is going to be a wonderful time to get a bunch of stuff done. And when that time arrives, you're just not feeling it for whatever reason, right? And you're feeling incredibly low energy. My challenge, I guess, or encouragement for you is to, not throw it all away and just do nothing because that's going to make you feel worse the next day. Because there was a reason, right, that you intentionally planned to do stuff at this particular time. Rethink it. Take a look at it and go, okay, what are the low energy things that I can accomplish on here that will, keep me going? Because again, you're the one that created this schedule and help you not feel awful the next day because you've literally done nothing that you plan to do. How can you fix something? How can you move like a higher energy thing to a different time slot? Maybe take a lower energy thing that you would plan on doing later in the week and do it that time. So you're keeping on your pace that again you set, but you're doing things that match the amount of energy that you have. This is, again, part of, moving those puzzle pieces around as we have to do throughout the week. And as long as we're not, throwing the puzzle pieces away, oftentimes it really doesn't matter when those puzzle pieces happen. There's a lot of things that aren't deadline specific. Obviously, if things are deadline specific, you want to, take care of those. But as we've talked about before, it's not in our best interest to schedule doing those deadline specific things right before the deadline. Because sometimes this happens, right? You have a big deadline, it's going to take a lot of your energy, your cognitive ability, whatever, and you happen to land on a low energy moment, and then those things aren't matching. So, we don't want to set ourselves up for stress or failure. I hate that word, but it's kind of, you know what I mean. And by, scheduling things so close to the deadline that when we are, you know, wanting to perhaps move that work to a different, more high energy space, we actually don't have the opportunity to do so. So be kind to yourself in that way as well. Yeah, so I'm very happy with my decisions. I got a lot of low energy stuff done from my couch, it was amazing. And today I have a lot more energy, so I'm recording podcasts. I have a cognitively challenging thing I'm going to do next, but I'm feeling it. Had a lot of coffee. I really think everything's going to be good. And I'm really happy that I didn't just, ride off yesterday afternoon and, let myself have all of that piling up today. I'm very happy with those choices. So I'm curious if you are someone who ever thinks about, how much energy you have, matching that with what you're going to be accomplishing. If this sounds like something you might want to consider, right, is matching the energy to your activities. This goes a lot with the idea of knowing when your peak energy times are and taking advantage of those. So I'd love to know what you think. At Betsy Hayes, BetsyHays on all the social media, and my website, Betsy A. Hayes, BetsyHays.com. And until next week, when I look forward to talking to you about more things regarding being handled ish, productivity for the imperfect, I hope you have the best week and I hope you're doing well. And please be kind to yourself because you are doing way better than you think you are. Trust me. Take care.